So what I'd like to do now is break into the teams and start talking about these shot lists and going through here. And the photographers start to understand what kind of issues do we have here? What kind of surfaces, what kind of things do I need from Tim? What things do we need out of the cage to get set up? So I'm gonna start dragging equipment out, and you guys get together, pull up some chairs and start talking about things. And photographers are gonna be taking notes. Okay, they want it on white seamless. They're gonna do 10 shots. I gotta do versions. They're gonna talk about lighting directions, things like this, okay? So we'll hammer all that out over the next 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll start to put some gear together. I'm gonna start dragging gear out now. We'll start building sets around here, and we'll go to work, okay?
My blending card, but for all the close-ups, I do no reflection. And then I have...
So,
okay, my project is I focus on International Food Expo. So my main objective is to take photos of different types of food. One is pasta, one is fajitas, and the other is sushi, and to make them look delicious, and that's what I'm trying to get across to the photo department today, and so I can go back to Photoshop tomorrow and make my final poster.
So just make sure this boom arm is nice and tight, okay?
Yep.
And then we can raise and lower from here.
yep.
And then on we go straight in. And you are in business.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Is that all right? Yeah, absolutely. And then one really close up that we talked about. It's like
That's the
shadow.
first shot. Okay. And that's going to be sitting on the surface, or is that fork going to be
Yeah,
floating in the air?
I want it just like
So
that.
we'll have a drop shadow.
Okay.
Okay? So, actually, with this particular image, you might. Well, there is definitely some main light coming from above, no question. But my feeling is we might not even need the grid. We might just use a little plinko grid. So my feeling is the main light should come from that 2x2.
Okay.
Okay?
And why do you say that?
Well,
the
only because
shadow-
it's soft light. It's soft light.
light.
There's not hard light. When we
Okay.
come into here, we're not going to use predominantly hard light today, but we're going to use a little bit because it really rakes texture across rice and across texture. It makes texture. It really makes the food look appetizing. That's our job today, is make this food look appetizing. Okay? All right? So let's go with that. All right?
There you go. Well, basically, what they come up with a concept and they write it down and they come up with what they want the shots to be, and I just try to accommodate them. But you also want the whole. I mean, I might have to get like a lot higher for you. I'm not really sure. So. But see the difference where you can see, you can see the separation.
Yep.
I need to know what the background is that they want to shoot it on, what they want it to look like, what the final product's going to look like, and we just discuss how we're going to get there together.
We're done with the pasta, so if anyone wants this, they can have it. Up next is sushi, and then we have tacos and burritos coming. So,
Turned out really well. The art directors learned a lot by communicating to the photographers what they needed, and the photographers communicated to the art directors what they needed, and it pulled off beautifully. It really did. It was real world, which is what I was interested in. You know, that's the experience I wanted them to have, and the pressure. You know, the pressure is incredible. When somebody says, "Give me what I want," and I want the light to come from this direction, or I want it to come from there, and I want this, but I don't want that. The photographer has to think on their feet and pull this off, and it's really, it's a great experience, and everybody had a ball, and I can't wait to do it again.